This is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. Sorry about the weird lighting, but you know what? Maybe it fits with the horror mood. But this is a request from Nick, very nice person. And sorry it took a while to get to this, but it is a commentary for the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead. Again, this was a request from Nick via PayPal, very generous donation. If anyone wants to request or donate anything to the channel, you can send it directly via PayPal, or you can join me on my Patreon. Both links will be down below in the info box. So, 3, 2, 1, pressing play. I'll do my best. I'm not the best at commentaries, but I will do my best. The 2004 Dawn of the Dead remake, I would say this is one of the better remakes. I mean, you have The Thing, The Blob, The Fly. But if you go into like the 2000s and such, this is definitely one of the better ones because it wasn't a carbon copy. It was definitely more of an action film and a very violent, intense. And you know what, Zack Snyder, I gotta give credit. He did a really good job directing this. His directing style worked well in this R-rated action-packed zombie movie. And I think that's really where Zack Snyder works the best. That's why I'm curious about this new film he has called Army of the Dead for Netflix. Because again, I don't think he works with superhero stuff. Watchmen's okay. Man of Steel, that stuff I wasn't a fan of. I think this is his best film. Easily Zack Snyder's best film, in my opinion. It's written by James Gunn, who of course will go on to direct Guardians of the Galaxy films, now the new Suicide Squad. Here we have Sarah Polley as our actress here, who's the nurse. I remember when this came out on the Sci-Fi Channel, maybe a week or two before it came out, they did this thing where on Sci-Fi Channel they would release the first 10 minutes of footage for Dawn of the Dead. And you would see this beginning where she comes home, there's the kid, and then it would end with that crazy shot where that high shot, camera pushing in, she's driving, you see her car flip over, head into the gas station, blow up, and you're like, what the hell? And when you get into the first 10 minutes, you realize, oh, this is not run-of-the-mill. It's not point the camera and just go. There's a lot of hard work being put into this. Even a simple shot like this, like a high, like wide from high shot, and you get a sense of the suburbia. This little girl will be dead pretty soon. And after that, pretty soon the shit's gonna hit the fan. Like really, within the next 5 minutes, the shit has entirely hit the fan. Now, this is the time when they were remaking a lot of movies. You had the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was very successful. I guarantee that success is why this became a thing. And you know what? I don't hate the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. I can't say it. Sadly, sorry, I'm still dealing with the sickness. Sadly, it's one of the better Chainsaw Massacre movies, the remake. I mean, 1, 2, and the remake, to me, those are the top 3 Chainsaw Massacre films. It's better than Leatherface. It's better than Texas Chainsaw 3D, or The Beginning, or The Next Generation. That's just my opinion. Let's see, you also had The Last House on the Left remake, which actually wasn't that bad. So this is the thing, I complain a lot about remakes, but there are a lot of remakes that are pretty decent. It's just, the complaint on remakes is when something's bad, it's really fucking bad. The Hitcher remake. the April Fool's Day remake, the Prom Night remake, the remake of The Fog, and so forth. "6:37, dawn. Now we got the dawn of the dead. Why does it feel like somebody's watching me? Why does it feel like..." Sorry. Now this is also around the same time, 28 Days Later came out, which is technically not zombies, but still, and people get mad that, wait a minute, zombies are running fast. I didn't give a shit. Zombies run slow, fast. You know why I didn't give a shit? Because zombies don't fucking exist. Well, they can't run fast because they're bones. Yeah, you know what else they can't do? They can't get back up when they're dead. Okay, don't give me this, well, they're bones. Again, also when their heart stops, they don't get back the fuck up and walk around either. So, again, that whole, they can't run fast because they're fucking bones or they're fucking muscles. I'm like, again, zombies are not real. When you shoot them in the fucking chest and they keep coming, unless they're on some high level PCP, don't talk to me about realistic. On the flip side, I can understand. It's like watching, I don't know, a Dracula film, and all of a sudden Dracula turns to a fucking praying mantis. Like Dario Argento's Dracula 3D. I'm like, what the fuck? Of course, someone could go, well, Matt, Dracula isn't real. You don't fucking know. I'm like, yeah, but it's fucking stupid. That's the difference. As I'm talking with this little girl, is biting this guy in the neck. And because of the bite, pretty soon after, he will turn. I think that's the thing with, in the original Dawn of the Dead, if you die, you come back. Here, specifically, if you get bitten, you come back. Now, I should mention that the original Dawn of the Dead is literally one of my favorite films of all time. The original Dawn of the Dead, in fact, I have a request to review the original Dawn of the Dead, which I recorded. I fucked up during that. If you watch the video, it'll come out soon, but Tom Savini, I thought he was called Machete. He's called Blades. I got pissed at myself, but the video's already recorded. But I think I got the rest of it right. But yeah, I love Ken Foray, Scott Reiniger, the mall, the development of the characters, you could look at the materialism angle, but it's also just a very fun movie. As is this. This is when he's going to bash through the door any second now. Which, that's a way of using your head. There you go. Let's party. It's party time. See, they ran in Return of the Living Dead, but people were not complaining then. You're fine with them running in the Return of the Living Dead, but not in this. And there you go. The original Dawn of the Dead, one of my favorite films ever, but I can still enjoy this quite a bit. And you really get the sense of hell has escalated. I mean, this guy's got a gun. Maximum overdrive right now. Boom. Ambulance says, check is in the mail. Sucker. And this is a pretty cool pan. Just that one pan. You've seen how everything's gone to hell very fucking quickly. It didn't take too long for that to happen. I like the music coming up here when she pulls out. Right here. It's like... I don't know, it sounds like something that would be in the Terminator or something. I don't know. Maybe not Terminator, but I don't know, just... Or like... I just... It made a little impact. And then the fact that the zombie said fuck this and went after someone else. And also, to give credit where credit's due to Zack Snyder, because I give him shit for his DC movies, because I think they're awful. This is some cool camera work. Having the camera on the hood or having the camera on the back and following the car throughout all this chaos of this suburban neighborhood. It's a great way, and this is where it ended. Yeah, it just was 10 minutes long. We're at 9 minutes and 38 seconds. This is where the last of the Sci-Fi Channel clip ended, was this shot. I'm like, wow, that looks so cool. And wow, like one shot, a car flipped over and a gas station blew up. Whoa, where is this going? Like, it was a great way to advertise it because it's a well done 10 minutes. And it made you go, okay, what's going to happen next? Thus, I did see the film in the theater. And other than the end credits, which I fucking despise, and I think hurt the film a lot, because everyone dies. I'm like, fuck, stupid. But with the end credits, they're so... There's also a question mark because you technically don't see them die. It's all up to interpretation. It's all up to your evaluation, even though there's a good chance. Anyway, we'll get to that. Did interesting all the different angles used. And then sort of a nice touch of red titles against a black screen. And sort of it flows away like blood. Dawn of the Dead. And so we're getting now, I guess you call exhibition during this. Sadly, you can listen to this dialogue and it pertains to today. I don't know who this guy is. I like him though. Very simple, but he's like, we don't know. Of course, you gotta have Johnny Cash when the man comes around. I think I first heard that song, I want to say at the end of The Hunted with Tom Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro, which I think came out a year before this, 2003. When the man comes around. And rest in peace, Johnny Cash. And of course, with these news programs showing that it's affecting the entire world. And there's always a question, what would you do during a zombie outbreak? I don't know, we're pretty much there now. Except instead of zombie, it's paranoia and stupidity. Or PC cancel culture being infected with. I mean, definitely the same amount of riots. Hey, virus going around, people dying, shitload of riots. All we need are the zombies. And this is a documentary. I mean, that amount of cops, that was in, Chicago, wherever the fuck. And then FEMA. Fuck, FEMA got to the president because he got fucking sick. Because that's how fucking genius he is. Well, I don't like either one for politics. Fuck all those people. They all can suck my dick. None of them are good, in my opinion. Rest in peace, George Romero. We miss you. James Gunn did a pretty good job. And, Zack Snyder, to be fair. I mean, this was his calling card. It was because of this film and the success and what he was able to do visually that he got films like Watchmen and, he got 300 and Watchmen, and then that got him to the DC movies, like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, which, I'm sorry, I think he was the wrong choice because he doesn't understand those characters, because he think, like Watchmen, he thinks it's cool because it's got guns and sex and titties. We'd have Ving Rhames. As our police officer. Definitely, I mean, he's not playing the same character, but if you don't want to update a character to be similar to Ken Foray, Ving Rhames is a great choice. And just like Ken Foray was my favorite part of Dawn of the Dead acting-wise, Ving Rhames is my favorite part here. Now, because you have such a bigger cast, you don't have as much character development. Like, the original Dawn of the Dead, I really grew to care about those four people. Flyboy, Peter, Roger, Dylan Ross's character. But here, I still like them because of their personalities, but I'm just saying you get to feel more of the characters, I think, in the original. But there's some good casts in this as well. Ving Rhames is a badass. Mekhi Phifer, which I like him. It's sadly he doesn't get to last long because of his storyline with his pregnant wife and zombie baby, which is a bit ridiculous, but I forget this actor's name in the white shirt. He's pretty good in this though. Forgive me, it's been a while since I've seen the film. So many movies, so little time. Yeah, but when this film came out, it was a surprise success, and people were like, you know what? This was better than I remember. Like, this was better than I thought. This seems to be the common perception of the film. It's better than you would think. And I agree. Definitely agree. I will say the musical score is not much to run home about. Very generic musical score, nowhere near the Goblin or even the regular free music that George Romero got for the original. It's Donnie Yen. It's Ip Man. Get the fuck out of there. He's got no arm. Yip Man. Well, he's only got one arm. Just blow the other arm off. Well, at least now they're in the mall. Now, depending on which cut of the film you see of the original Dawn of the Dead, it would take them about 30-40 minutes to get to the mall. Here, they're in the mall within about 15 minutes. Back when you had phones where you actually had a wire attached to them. Don't have that anymore. Mekhi Phifer looks like he's got the gun right on the other guy's back. Like, I'm gonna shoot you in the back. I'm gonna shoot you through your back. Hey sir, probably might want to clean off that blood. I mean, just saying. Maybe take a little, some napkins or something. Clean some blood off of you. Well, you need to use the toilet? Not sure why they need to use a toilet. See, I mean, there's plenty of other stuff they could have gotten that probably would have weighed a lot less and done the job, but whatever. Back when there used to be malls. Now they're dying breed malls. But let's go into a mall nowadays. Well, they were dying to start with. They're definitely going to be dead now because of what's going on. People were rarely going to malls in the first place. You think they're going to go now because of what's going on? Sad. But, you know, we live in the times of despair, desperation, and depression, so the best we can all do is take it day by day. Maybe we can all just get together, just go into the fucking forest or something. Just go into the fucking jungle and see what happens next. There's a fountain, you can go for a swim. I don't think Ving Rhames gives a shit. Yeah, he don't give a flying fuck what you think. You do what you want, man. What do you think the fuck this is? Dead Rising? Reflex Sports. I know there was a Day of the Dead remake, but man, that was... Number one, had nothing to do with this. Number two, vegetarian zombies. And had Ving Rhames in it, but playing a different character. Why didn't you just do a sequel to this and call it Day of the Dead? George Romero couldn't do that because it's owned by different people. But you had the opportunity to literally do a sequel to this and call it Day of the Dead. And reference the original script of Day of the Dead, and you don't do it. Stupid, 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 stupid. Fucking ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous. Get someone like Russell Mulcahy instead of doing that stupid fucking Resident Evil movie. You could have done Day of the Dead. Be a lot better than what the fuck Steve Miner did. Just had to throw that line in to explain why the zombies couldn't break the glass. Shatterproof. Right, I don't know who he's talking to. It's not like the zombie gives a shit what he has to say, but this him just talking to himself. Mallet. What do you think you are? Jack Torrance from the novel The Shining? What's next? You know, did someone play cricket? I guess he took that for reach. I was going to say, wouldn't the crowbar be better than a wooden mallet? But yeah, I guess for reach. I would think I would find a lot better fucking weapons than a goddamn mallet. There's no baseball bat? You tell me there's no baseball bat. Or hockey stick. Ooh, that's hard landing because the bat landed on a basketball. Probably fucked up the bat. Now how the hell did that happen? Ooh. Oh, I don't know why. Just that slice on the arm, like hitting it. I think that's something because I went ooh because that's something we could relate to. Nice. That's another thing. This does have some really good gore. You know, up to the chin, up here. You see her touching her arm, the pregnant lady. That's the first inclination she got bit. Because as she's running, you see her touching her arm. Definitely. It's okay, she got bit. Maybe they're trying to think, oh, the honest, no, she didn't get bit, she's pregnant. No, they don't give a fuck. Now we got our 3 security guards. Which I find interesting because this guy in the middle, he starts off as an asshole you just hate, but I gotta admit, as the movie goes on, he does become more and more likable. And you do, at least speak for myself, do start rooting for him. So I definitely give credit to the actor. An interesting idea that the elevator keeps wanting to close. Call him Shaq, you fucking racist. He's too short to be Shaq. So now we have our characters watching the TVs, getting more of the first-hand knowledge of what's going on. Also a little bit more exposition for the audience. Those are one of those things you wonder how long TV and all those type of technology would keep going when the world is going to hell. There we go, we got Tom Savini telling us just to shoot him in the head. One of that was a line that's just thrown in saying, that's a cool motherfucker. They're talking about Tom Savini on screen. You wish Tom Savini didn't just have a cameo. Oh, there you go. She's fucked. See, they don't know quite yet, I guess, that it carries on. But you would think Guy Pfeiffer, well, that he'd have some kind of idea behind it, like a guess. Like how the fuck else this thing's going, but whatever. There's Scott Reiniger. Roger from the original. As the general, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you have those two, and then later on Ken Foray is going to be on, but the other two decided no. David MG, and Galen Ross. Although I know the name is used, the Galen Ross. It's like one of the buildings or such. How about you go piss up a rope? Let her do what the fuck she wants. What's the plan? What are you, Hannibal from the A-Team? Try to think what this one guy reminds me of. But I mean, he's a good actor, this guy. Well, they're both good actors, but this guy in the white, I forget his name. But I'm trying to think, like, what he reminds me of. It's gonna fucking bug me. Maybe it'll come to me later, I don't know. Just this way they had the exposition of a twitching or a twitcher come up to this. I don't know if that ever comes into play for the rest of the movie though, the twitchers. Of course, Zack Snyder got a little bit of that slow-mo. But he didn't plentiful with the R rating, the gore. Which we find out more about Zack Snyder, that's what he's in for. I love kicking ass and killing and tits, and again, that works for a film like this. It did not for Batman or Superman, but it works for this. Granted, I prefer the original Dawn of the Dead because it's got a bit more meat to its bones, but it's still fun. Like if you just want an action zombie adrenaline pumper, this does the job. Now we're getting to, one of the best characters in the movie. No dialogue, you never hear his voice, at least within the movie. There's a feature on the DVDs, Blu-rays where you see from his point of view, but this here where all you see from him is these signs. That was an interesting way of building the character, especially the friendship between him and Ving Rhames. That's definitely the most unique, one of the more unique parts of the film. Well, that helicopter's an asshole. Yeah, but the helicopter never comes back. Because they probably didn't see anything looking at just little specks. Little specks. Little dots from that far away. How about I steal your soul? Steal your soul through your ass. Have good wet dreams. What you gonna do? Sing Kumbaya? What the fuck you gonna do, buddy? This girl is almost as good of an actress as Gal Gadot. Waiting for her to go, we got to do our duty. I do taxes. Sells TV sets at Best Buy, huh? See. I am looking at trivia here. Says here, when Ving Rhames heard of a remake was in production, he tracked down producers to be in the film. Would be nice to have an interview, him talking about how they came to be, and he must have been a fan of the original. Director Zack Snyder personally chose most of the music in this film. Let's see. Wait a minute, before one. Yeah, Ken Foray here. Of course, playing a pastor, a minister, so he didn't get the gray line in there once again. Although this minister is kind of an asshole, like... Yeah. So Ken Foray's character is homophobic. Why the fuck is this guy on TV? Today he'd be cancelled as homophobic. And there he goes. There's the line. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Definitely not as impactful as it was in the original with the line delivery, but it is what it is. While I do a drink. Yeah, one of the clothing stores in the mall is named Galen Ross. Starbucks coffee refused to be featured in the film. The movie had a $28 million budget, $28 million, and it recouped it in 3 days of release. Interesting. Nathan Fillion auditioned for the role of Michael. Nathan Fillion auditioned. That's too bad he didn't get it. Writer James Gunn received a massive amount of fan backlash when assigned to the film because they're like, the hack who wrote the Scooby-Doo movies is in charge of Dawn of the Dead? Honestly, I don't blame him. Ving Rhames came to them about starring the film, saying, I want to be in this movie because the black guy lives. Well, yeah, which did happen in the original. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking much. I'm just trying to look through the trivia. As we have the scene here with Mekhi Phifer and Ving Rhames talking in the bathroom. Have a little bit of development for Mekhi Phifer's character. Heather Langenkamp. Yes, Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. helped on the makeup because her husband was running the effects. So she was helping her husband. So yes, Heather Langenkamp helped with the makeup effects in this movie. Because on the Scream Factory Blu-ray, she's interviewed. I'm like, what the fuck? Heather Langenkamp? Like Nancy? Of course, I'm talking over some other Ving Rhames has some nice dialogue in the scene. Like, you want to think you and God are even, and you don't forgive all the sins you've done if you get through this. And Mekhi Phifer is like, no, I need to get that baby. That's my point in living. Which then that's why later on he's so adamant on doing that, even despite getting other people killed. He thinks it's his sworn duty to get this baby going and alive and running. Even though common fucking sense shows you it's fucking dead. The baby's dead as shit. But we'll get to that. Here we got more survivors coming. Damn, there's not much info I'm getting on the trivia here. You pansy ass motherfuckers. You got their ass. The zombie baby scene was originally going to portray the baby killing the mother, but it was altered due to its graphic nature. Some nice bit there, just trudges back up, boom, boom, boom. Fucking blood splatter all over the place. Reminds me of Maximum Overdrive for a bit. .3 on IMDb, so pretty good. Just some nice headshots in there. Very nice. Okay, that lady's obviously dead and fucked. So just shoot her now. Don't carry her over. Just shoot her in the face. She already looks like a fucking zombie. She clearly looks like a fucking zombie. Come on now. Who the fuck looks at this fat lady and thinks she's gonna be fine? One guy looks like Mr. Clean's dad. Here it looks like a cousin to Robert England's character from, what, Buck? My name's Buck and I like to fuck. Like that guy in Eden Alive, if he had a cousin, it'd be that guy with the cap. Then this hip douchebag. Seems like a dickhead who would be on episode of Friends trying to date one of Phoebe or something. Then there's Davy Crockett? What the fuck makes him look like Davy Crockett? And that's sort of the tearjerker arc for Ving Rhames' character, is that he's a loner, he's in it for himself, and he slowly, not only slowly becomes part of the group, but I guess in a way becomes the leader of the group, in a way. Or at least the guy who, almost the big protector of the group. And this is when he realizes that his brother's probably gone. And it's a fruitless venture to try to leave. At the same time that he's kind of lost his brother, he kind of gains a brother from another mother. This character named Andy, which, like I said, this is the best. Character-wise, I think this is the best part of the movie. This interesting friendship via binoculars and signs. Again, the fact that it's no dialogue and it's just a unique dynamic. I can't think of anything similar to that, especially in a zombie movie. So what's the bad news? Of course, later on when it gets to which zombie do you want to kill? We got Matt Brewer, Max Headroom himself. He was in Lawnmower Man 2. He was in Detective in Beverly Hills, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Matt Brewer is definitely a guy some of you may have recognized. Probably most famous for the show, for the commercials of Max Headroom back in the day. Yeah, that guy's arm was fucked up. This girl is clearly dead. Like, she clearly was fucking dead. And by this point, no one realizes that if you get bit, you turn. I'd be fucking cautious, at least. And then this girl already, this overweight lady already looks like a fucking zombie. Goddamn crazy fat Ethel. Yeah, she's definitely dead now. Probably the whole not moving, breathing, and her mouth wide open as if she's gonna catch a gallon of flies. I said her name, Crazy Fat Ethel. Holy sheep shit. This is where you run Get the fuck out of Dodge. Boom, right in the eye. Holy sheep shit. Got her ass. She's a fucking nurse, buddy. What the fuck else do you think it is? It's not in the air, otherwise you'd all be infected. Take a fucking guess. What, you think it's osmosis? Osmosis Jones fucking spread it. What the fuck do you think, Mackay Pfeiffer? Tucker? Where's Dale? I don't know, fight evil again? Sarah Polly, the girl, they're already fucking dead. You just said it yourself. They don't turn to a zombie and kill someone. You know this, Sarah Polly. Yeah, it happened to your fucking husband, whatever, at the beginning of the film. Okay. No, just the fact she comes up, he's coming to shoot you. I'd be like, fuck you, let them find out themselves. Fine, the daughter doesn't want to listen to reason, then when it happens, don't come crying to me. Okay, Sarah Polly, how about you stay here? When he bites you, because you didn't let me kill him, don't talk shit to me. I didn't, Sarah Polly. You want to be a bitch. How about you sit down, and when Matt Brewer bites you, get some of his Matt's headroomness into your body. Don't bitch about it. No bitching, no complaining. Okay, Sarah Polly? Take a fucking polygraph test. You probably fail. On the F-steel fuck. 3 F's and you're out, Polly. Probably want a cracker? With all that wine? Maybe some cheese with the wine? Goddamn, Sarah Polly, you're the one who came up with the fucking hypothesis in the first place. Then you're like, well, maybe I'm not right. That's a shiny bald head. Mackay Pfeiffer's got shiny. Slick bald head. It is Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot's pregnant in this movie. I know, it's not the same nationality. Relax, folks. I'm making a joke because I'm not a fan of Gal Gadot. It's hard for me to care about the characters. I've only met this character like 2 minutes ago. But on the flip side, I will say Matt Brewer, I like him as an actor, and he does do a good job. So at least you have that. Again, I can't really say I feel a lot of merit, because again, I don't know anything about this character. We just met him literally 10 minutes ago at most. Like literally, maybe 2 minutes of screen time, but like I said, the actor does do a good job. Get some water. And a cough drop, since I am still dealing with this damn cold, sickness, and virus infection thing. Believe me, that's all it is, trust me. Because if it was that other thing, I'm like, that ain't shit. I've had things 10 times worse. If what's going on with me, I'm like, fuck, I've had things 10 times worse. What's good about these cough drops is it's lemon, and lemon seems like the best, well, honey. Honey lemon. Like, honey seems like the best thing for your throat. Okay, so we don't see him as a zombie. And man, that was a shotgun. Oh yeah, it just remember that weird transition. It was like, ooh shit. Yeah. With a different version of the song Down with the Sickness. Yeah, we do more of the friendship between Ving Rhames and Andy. With the playing chess. That'll lead to more stuff. I think I read somewhere that the whole timeline within this is supposed to be 1 month. Well, the original Dawn of the Dead, they were there for like 3-4 months. But here I think it's supposed to be 1 month. That's a shitload of zombies. For a $28 million budget, I think they did pretty good on the visuals, I will say. There you go, Galen Ross. Yeah, this is more Zack Snyder saying. This did, a sex scene here, film a porno. Surprised they didn't do that in a fucking Batman movie, a porno. Well, what was that one? The Zack Snyder had nothing to do with it, but what was it? With the Killing Joke, where they added a whole Batwoman is horny for Batman and they fuck. I'm surprised Zack Snyder had nothing to do with that. I like this film. I like Legend of the Guardians, but I'm still going to give Zack Snyder shit for some of the stupid stuff that he says in interviews. Got Jay Leno. Interesting game of kill celebrity zombies. It's a bit sad nowadays to see the Burt Reynolds dad here, but you gotta understand this was 2004. Burt Reynolds was still very much with us, so you can't really blame the movie for that. For people like, oh, I'm offended, because now Burt Reynolds has passed on. Sarah Polly, stop being a fucking wet blanket, man. Well, that's definitely allusion to what will come out later. If I'm a zombie, I'll blow my head off. I don't know what the fuck the point is with this old guy talking about I was gay and I'm 13. I don't know what the fuck the point of that was. Is the guy just saying stupid shit to fuck with the security guard guys, or what the hell? I don't know how long it's been with this timeline because she's been bit, and like how long does it take a bite to get in effect? But I think by this point she's been tied up and turned to a zombie. We got Sarah Polly, we got Trucker Mom, we got Slut. We got the two best characters in the movie, Ving Rhames and Andy. Part of me wishes the movie everyone died but Ving Rhames, and then he gets with Andy and they go off killing zombies throughout the world. The end. Like Ving Rhames by himself, he thinks he's not gonna make it, and there's Andy. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, partner. And then they go off to where the fuck. Got about 46 minutes left. Goes by a decent pace. I mean, it's already been over an hour. Now we got a little bit more character development with this guy about being a father and doesn't feel he was the best dad. Then we got Blackout. In a weird way, I want to say this whole subplot with the zombie baby, and I would say it's the least interesting part of it for me. Because I enjoy this film and like the scene plays off fine, but if I ever talk about this film with somebody, I never bring up the zombie baby stuff. I bring up like Ving Rhames and the action sequences and the stuff with Ving Rhames and the Andy, the gun shop owner character. But the zombie baby is like, oh yeah, that's right, that did happen. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. Is that okay? It's a thing, but then there'll be a shootout and Mekhi Phifer dies, with zombie baby dies, and then the movie goes on. Like a good chunk of the movie still left after that. There you go, Ving Rhames. You come with us? No, you're coming with me. Ving Rhames, badass motherfucker. Take the safety off. Go and get the power back on. That's also the thing, is that one of the little nitpicks I have is, because there are people already in the mall, you don't really have a lot of scenes of the zombies actually being in the mall. Like in the original Dawn of the Dead, you had countless scenes of zombies walking in the mall, throughout the mall, them having to kill zombies in the mall, clean up when they go on their hunt. You don't really get that with this, other than this structure here. Because for the most part, inside the mall is clean. So again, that's sort of a disappointment, that you never really have that battle between them and zombies within the actual mall. I think that would have been cool, like if something happened and then zombies rush through the mall and then they have to battle through the mall to get from point A to point B. And so going through in and out of this store that store, to A to B to C. Or say that for a Dead Rising movie. An actual movie, not the stupid direct-to-video bullshit. Fucking dog. Yep. I'm guessing that's some real amputees that had no legs, and then just add some effects to that. Yeah, need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Fuck you, man. I'm not waiting for you. You're dead anyway. Nice headshot there from Ving Rhames. Nice. I'm a sucker. I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for shotguns being used in films. I'm a sucker for shotguns getting headshots on the people. I don't know, just the sort of that visceral, primal reaction. Because I know it's fake, obviously. I know it's just a film, but that primal, visceral... And also, here's some good fire gags from the stunt people. It's not the easiest thing to do. And Mekhi Phifer's stupid fucking character. But I mean, they did establish that he's so gung-ho on having this baby be given to the world. Yeah, that's right. Kiss your dead infected wife. Fucking idiot. You get the Darwin Award for this. Can you imagine if the baby just punched through the stomach and grabbed his nose? The baby's like, got your nose. Yeah, Mekhi Phifer's called Zombie Baby. clip your fucking fingernails too. Now she's a full zombie. I think the thing is, like, with this whole zombie baby thing, I guess for me the reason it doesn't, I guess it's not awful, it just doesn't interest me as much as the other stuff, because really, I can't say nothing comes of it, but not a whole, I mean, pretty much this woman and Mekhi Phifer shoot each other, and you still don't have like over 30 minutes of the film left, and there's no big like revelation, consummation of the story of this plot line. I guess it's just, well, there's just a side note, a side subplot happening during this time in this mall. And then once it's over, it's never really thought of again. It's not really brought up again. It's not really mentioned again. Nothing comes of it. And then that's the end of it, really. It's almost as if it's mainly there for shock value of, oh my god, they did a zombie baby. Which sounds silly. But they did a zombie baby. Look at the shocking nature of that. I'm like, okay. Just walk away and tell everybody else. That's what you do. And permanently shoot each other because this dumbass has this zombie baby he wants to protect that's gonna be dead in 30 seconds anyway. It was the black man. The black man shot me. The black man shot me. That's what happened. When they see it from here, what the rest of the carnage? It's like, okay, you have a zombie baby, what are you gonna do? Oh, really nothing. Boom, dead. And then it's like, okay, well, that's it for that, and that's never really going to get brought up again. Wait, I don't know, I mean, it's not bad or anything, it's just... You could just have easily taken that out, and I don't think it would have affected anything. Other than having a shorter running time. Like, really... I don't know, 15 minutes would have been taken out if you took all that out. Maybe less. Even this, like, Ving Rhames, he never mentions about how him and Mekhi Phifer had that conversation in the bathroom, any of that sort. Better them than me. I don't believe that now. Sin your way into die is worse than death. So I guess that's the point, is that this is the turning point. Because this happened, let's actually find a way to get the fuck out of here. Yes, I'm serious. Now move your fucking ass. I have to think that Ving Rhames' character is named Kenneth. I wonder if that's for 10 for a 10, Kenneth. So pretty much we have this guy has to do the whole, listen, we know this is ridiculous, so we're explaining to the audience how this is ridiculous, but because the character is saying how ridiculous it is, then we can further swallow the whole idea behind it. Even though it's ridiculous, yeah, we know it's ridiculous too, so we don't go along with it anyway. Interesting, that character's gonna be up close with that propane tank later on. Well, maybe not up close, but it's definitely gonna be an important feature for him later on. I don't really care for this song. This song frankly sucks. I don't know what song this is, but it sucks ass. The fuck is the point of that? I just, you know what, I'm so much of a useless fucking character. Let me spray paint the front of this bulldozer that no one else is going to fucking see. And a bulldozer that we're probably going to use for only 5 fucking minutes. Oh, the bulldozer part of this, not bulldozer, but the front part. I'm going to make teeth on it because I'm so fucking useless. I can't do shit. And that's the same with these characters. Like, you got the dickhead, you got the slut, you got the redneck, and this girl is just so fucking me about this dog that's gonna play in the later. Five more days. I think this is where it says he's hungry. Yeah, hungry. I love chainsaws, but that's not really the best idea because that's going to create a lot of blood spray, and what if that shit goes in your mouth? I mean, won't that, I don't know, fuck things up? Yeah, I love chainsaws in a movie. Just one of those things when you use chainsaws against something that you might get infected with. What if it gets on your face, your mouth? If it gets on your face, then more likely it's going to get in your eyes, or any sores, or again in your mouth. So won't you yourself be infected? And also the thing that sucks about this whole plan is this whole plan becomes absolutely fucking pointless. Because we're gonna go out to get Andy because he's starving, and that never comes into play because he just gets turned because this girl is a stupid fucking bitch, and the guy I do like dies and the bitch I don't like lives. So that just fucking, maybe that's on purpose with James Gunn because of his just throw this bitch off the fucking rooftop. Use her as a fucking decoy, please. Use her as a motherfucking decoy. But, yeah, they don't give a shit about the fucking dog. So calm the fuck down and calm your tits, lady. Fucking prick. This fucking bitch. Just calm the fuck down, lady. Christ. What do you mean they got him? They don't got him. It's like one fucking zombie went in. I think he does say he got bit, now that I think about it. Yeah, he does say he got bit, never mind. So, watch it again, it wasn't the girl's fault, it was a stupid thing. But see, now that they know this, that means it's pointless going after him, so they just would leave. But then again, this girl is a fucking idiot. So now they have to go over there. This fucking dumb bitch. Leave her. Or shoot her. Nicole. Just shoot her. Leave her sorry ass. Use her as a fucking distraction. Get the fuck out of Dodge. See, James Gunn? That would have been even more swerving the curve if they just went, fuck the bitch, and just leave. Bye, bitch. Bye, doggy. Tough titty. Who gives a fuck? This was a sad reveal. The blood, the sign made of blood, with blood over, I mean. That's a good reveal for it. Oh my god, leave this girl behind. Just get the fuck out of it. Well, I already know what happens. I don't know why I'm talking to the movie as if it's going to change. Power of my words, the movie will change. Let her die. Fuck it. Don't give a fuck. Let her die. Throw her head out the fucking window like a goddamn basketball. No, you don't. Leave her ass. That'd be that'd be more fun. See, like I said, that would be the better swerve. They just said, fuck it, get in the truck and I'm doing something. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. So now we got the sewer level. It's funny, I was watching the other day a friend of mine who was playing this video game, horror video game. He always mentions, why is in every horror video game there's always a sewer level? I'm like, well, technically there's no sewer level in Dead Space. I didn't say that, but I didn't think of it. But technically there's none there, but yeah, a lot of other fucking horror games is a sewer level. I think that's because, at least in particular movies, they're a great setting for horror because there's dark, musty, and claustrophobic. So you have a potential of spooks, atmosphere, and more. I don't know how the fuck the zombies don't notice these people. They're so busy twiddling the fucking thumbs. And no one notices the countless people coming out of the fucking woodwork of the sewers. Not even one of them. Get some nice gunplay here. There's some zombies hitting the floor here. Ooh, nice shot. Like that, takes this piece out here. Damn, they took his shotgun away. Motherfuckers. Use that upper body strength. That's a big ass doggy door, I'll say that. Big enough to fit Ving Rhames in there. It's damn pretty fucking big doggy door, I'll say that. Now we got the gun store. Fuck, if I'm going to a gun store, I'm gonna take as many guns as I fucking can, man. I would bring a fucking bag, like 3 bags, and put as much as I fucking can in them. Not just reload my guns and that's it. That's too bad. Ooh. Headshot. I know that was done practical, but I don't know, just the way it's shot makes it look CGI, that headshot. I don't know if they did additions to it to make it look more digital or what happened. It's a good looking shot, but it looks digital, but it was done practically. Let's clear the room. Booyakasha. Take a fucking guess. Yeah, I think you fucking hit it, lady. Now get the fuck out of Dodge. See, that's the deal with the security guard guy. He was addicted at the beginning, but he is trying to help. He's not leaving the guy behind. He's dragging him. He's trying to help as best as he can. That's what I mean. As the movie goes on, you grow to like this character. Two pistols, bang bang. Yeah. Yeah, good job, bitch. You got that guy killed. And of course, the dickhead Steve locked the door, so he's like Bert from Aliens. Sorry I'm not saying much. I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself. I don't know what it is. A lot of times when Ving Rhames shoots, you don't see the reaction. Like, so many times it's him shooting, the shotgun shell coming out, but not the aftermath. I don't know what that is. Like, most other people, and sometimes with Ving Rhames you do, but a lot of times it's... But again, you don't see the flip side of it. I don't know why. That was some reason behind it or what? Only once in a blue moon you do. So now we got characters in two trucks ready to get the fuck out of Dodge. See, like I was saying before, at least with this remake, it's not a carbon copy. It's not, yet again, it's another set of bikers where they fight and they arrive and leave on a helicopter. And like I said, the whole thing between Ving Rhames and Andy, that was very unique and different. Everything here with these trucks, very unique and different compared to the original. And that's the thing, I'm fine with you do something different. And also, just because of that doesn't automatically make it a pass. It also has to be not silly, not stupid, and not shitty, not awful, not terrible. This is not the case here. It's well done, visually interesting to look at, fairly fast-paced, For the most part, the actors do their jobs well, especially Ving Rhames. Definitely bloody. I mean, you got this chainsaw stuff, sawing legs off, sawing them in half. That definitely got a oh shit moment in the theater. And then the stuff with the propane tanks. Again, definitely some ooh fuck yeah moments. Talk about clearing some space. Definitely clear some space right here. Thankfully the zombie lifted up to make it easier for him to hit. Huh. That's a really cool looking shot, gotta say. Really cool looking shot. Stop staring, go. What you staring for? Okay, now you do that about 3 more times with propane tanks, you'll be done. Again, some nice angles they use, driving through the city. We got some asshole zombie there. Why the fuck would you use a chainsaw with this? You got guns. Just use a fucking gun and shoot the thing, not a fucking chainsaw inside. So of course this dumbass kills her on accident, makes it flip over. Because the dumbass decided, you know what, let me start a fucking chainsaw in the fucking truck instead of, I don't know, using a gun. Which would have been a lot fucking easier. If it's only one zombie, just use a fucking gun, man. Don't start a fucking chainsaw in the middle of a moving vehicle. Just saying. Just spitballing about that shit. You know? Spitball a little bit. Once again, shows how much of a dickhead this guy is. Ving Rhames wanting help, and the guy's like, fuck this. I ain't touching you. See, it's because he's racist. He's not touching him because he's black. He's fucking racist. This guy's not only a dick, but he's a racist as well. Fucking prick. Well, just like Burke and Aliens, get your comeuppance, you motherfucker. Dumbass. Yeah, got his ass. I don't know why I'm thinking now the song Run for the Hills. Of course she had to get the keys for the boat, get the fuck out of Dodge. Let's go. Watch where you're going, man. Watch what's happening. Pay the fuck attention, man. Yeah, a shitload of fucking zombies. They definitely got quite a bit to make it seem as if it is a whole city wide. They didn't be stingy on the extras. Yeah, I can't point out enough the amount of shots that Zack Snyder has that make the movie flow and make the movie keep going on this fast trajectory is definitely one of the big positives on the film. It's a visually frenetic, in the right ways, frenetic movie. And you're looking shots, angles, high shots, high angles, movements of the camera. Almost a little bit as if Michael Bay would have made a horror film, like directed a horror film, a little bit. I don't know why you said I'll catch up. Why didn't you just go with Ving Rhames' character? Like, why did you hold back? Why did you... I don't really understand. I don't know why he didn't go with Ving Rhames. I'll catch up? For what? But hey, definitely makes a last stand. I'll say that. Getting pretty badass last stand, I'll say that. Great explosion too, on this shipyard, this dock. And this for me, it was cool, like the ad shots, like that long range angle from up high. Probably an all digital shot. But it looks pretty good too. Maybe not all digital, I don't know how it was worked. Probably, yeah, I don't know all the details of it. And this guy to the end is sensible and smart. He's like, nope, can't do it, I'm bit. I'm in tough shit. Life sucks and that's how it is. You're right, it won't, because y'all are going to an island, y'all are going to be fucking dead. At least based on the end credits. Although again, technically you don't see them die, but it's just... Well... They ran out of gas, and the boat's all fucked up, and there's like 1,000 zombies, and they have limited ammo, and they have nowhere to run, unless they could grow gills and swim the fuck away. And all they have is this wussy-ass couple, and the nurse Sarah Polly. Like the wussy-ass couple, nurse Sarah Polly, and then Ving Rhames. Hey, it's the ending of Maximum Overdrive. Curtis! Don't throw my cookies! Just as a question, would you shoot yourself, or would you just say fuck it and let's see what happens on the other side? So then you get this song, and this is like old footage of this asshole's exploits on the boat. Jake Weber, that was the guy's name. All these people that died. All these people that died. That's literally the song. All these people died. All the people who died. I do wonder, like, what was the whole point of this whole fucking ending with the credits where, hey, you think the characters are fine, it's the four of them, then the boat gets fucked up, and then they go on this island, and there's like 1,000 zombies, and then they get attacked. It's like, great, so it became a found footage movie all of a sudden. Like, why the fuck is it a found footage movie all of a sudden? I'm not going to watch the rest of it. I already know how it is. They get to the island, and then it's down with the sickness. They ran out of fuel, and more than likely they died. You don't know for certain, but more than likely everyone died. Fucking stupid. So I don't care for that ending. I don't think it was needed. Again, other than a few nitpicks aside, I still think this is one of the stronger remakes. It's visually well directed by Zack Snyder. I still maintain it's his best film. Sarah Polley, Jake Weber, others, especially Ving Rhames, did a really good job. It stands on its own as a remake. It didn't just copy every fucking thing of the original. I mean, the zombie baby subplot I could do without, but the rest of the movie is fast-paced, it's fun, and it's action, and it's violence, and it's effects. The music, I think, is a step down from the original. The score, I think, is very forgettable musical score. But it's a entertaining, bloody action film, and that's how I look at it. It's a fun, bloody horror action with a lot of thrills and a lot of spills, a lot of gore gags, a lot of entertaining ways of zombies getting killed, faces being blown off, heads being blown off, impalements from here to here, all that type of stuff. You get some colorful characters, and overall, entertaining movie. So with that said, thanks for watching. Thank you once again, Nick, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.